I've gone back into my look at the Islanders prospect pool player by player. So remember, we started from the 2021 draft, from the newest prospect to the oldest, technically speaking. And we've already done the 7th round pick in 2021, the 6th round pick, that's Thomas Maho and Ali Simalinen. Now it's time to talk about 5th round pick in 2021, Eetu Liukas. Of course, hit the subscribe button, do not miss a video. Also, go to Twitter, follow at TealMitch. That's me. Don't miss any breaking information about Islanders prospects I've yet to cover on the channel. The point of this series of videos is to look at every single Islanders prospect in the prospect pool to figure out who are they and what do we know about them. So let's start off by who is Eetu Liukas. To do this, I always like to look at the elite prospect kind of player data because it sums it up pretty nicely. He's 19 years old. He's a left wing, 6'2", 205 pounds, shoots left. Again, drafted in the 5th round of 2021, plays for TPS in Finland. Good. That's what we know about who he is as an individual, right? But what kind of game does he play? And instead of me telling you what I think the type of game he plays is, let me share a video of him explaining what type of game he plays, as well as a nice comparison from not only himself, but from former teammate Ruslan Ishakov. I spoke to him about you getting drafted, and he said he's really happy for you, and he said he's a big fella, plays PK very well, pretty good in front of the net, has a really hard shot. He reminds me of something of Val Nichushkin. What do you think of that comparison from your former teammate who's now in Mannheim?
I think that's a really good say about me. I think I'm a modern power forward who plays. I have a good shot and I play like a hard game, and that Valeri Nichushkin, it's a pretty good say. But yeah, Ruslan is a good guy, and it's nice to have him around, and he's. I'm really appreciated that he said like that.
Yeah, what a leap in quality from that video there from myself to this, right? Like I'm in a dark basement and it's super pixelated to this bright and high quality recording. You can tell that there's been a leap in the quality of my equipment from that original recording to this. Modern power forward, similar to Val Nichushkin, hard shot, physical game. Yeah, that all checks out with Eetu Liukas. That is his game. He is in your face. He is physical. He has got a strong shot, and he can put up points. So that answers the what do we know about him part, right? Like we know he's a power forward. We know he plays a physical game, and we know he's unapologetic about it. But what has he done right now, right? Like what does his game look like? Well, when you just look at NHLE, you're looking at a player who's year over year growing, right? Not by leaps and bounds, but he added 3 points from last year, or last year added 3 points from the year before that to his NHLE, and is adding almost 3 points again this year. So you're seeing consistent growth out of Eetu Liukas. Now, when you look at the production just in and of itself, you say like, well, that's not a whole lot of production. 7 points in 33 games at the legal level doesn't scream, oh my God. But when you boil that down a little bit more or go into it and look at the context of where those points are coming from, it is recent. 4 of his 7 points have come over the last 7 games, where his time on ice is growing, right? Like you can see 14, 22, 16 minutes per game is what he's getting. And this is a guy who's typically listed on the 4th line. His impact and responsibility for TPS is growing. And it's not just people who watch TPS who are realizing this. Aatu pulled him aside after their last game and talked to him saying like, dude, you're doing really well with the role that you're being given. And he's right. Again, 4 points in his last 7 games and the minutes are going up. Right, half of his production has come in less than half of his season. Things are trending in the right direction for Eetu Liukas with TPS. So the big question, can he get to the NHL? Can this player be an NHLer? Because that's what we're really worried about, or concerned about, I should say, when it comes to prospects. Can they become an NHLer? Yeah, I think he can become an NHLer. Now, that's not going to happen tomorrow, and it's probably not going to happen in 2 years. It's going to take a while for him to get to where he is now to maybe at the NHL level. And even then, let me manage your expectations a little bit more. I'm not saying he will make the NHL. I'm saying he's got the potential to make the NHL. And even then, if he does make the NHL, it's not going to be in some top 6 role based off what we're seeing now. Right, again, he's got a 8.65 NHL as it stands today for this year. That doesn't scream top 6 NHLer. Of course, that's not completely out of the question, but as it stands now, the ceiling for him seems to be 4th line player at the NHL level. And that's perfectly fine. You need 4th line players. Every team needs 4th line players. And if you can find one in the 5th round of the 2021 draft, thumbs up. That is a great find from the New York Islanders. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. If you have not subscribed yet, hit the button. And if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you.